must stand and fight against the odds. And the size of the opponent can make no difference. To be a real champion is the ultimate test. To win is the ultimate goal.
I came to crush anybody in my way. They getting hit with the chin music. Punk straight getting it. My team versus your team ain't a thing. Take it to the ring, fight to the extreme. We can go from night till morn. Wild out, everybody get it on. I catch you out there with the Polish hammer. Throw you to my man and watch him earth slam ya. We number one and we bad for your health. You got no help, we snatching those belts. I knock you out of this building, boy. Cause I came to crush, kill, destroy. Crush, kill, destroy, destroy. Crush, kill, destroy. Smackdown, Raw, now we fighting for to see who the champion is. Once more, is it you with the signature move? Is it you with the heart that refuses to lose? Is it you for the tap out? 1, 2, 3. Is it you trying to lay the smack down on me? I ain't having it be. You can never be raw than me. So let's take it to the ring so everybody can see me. Crush, kill, destroy.
Welcome to WWE Raw. I'm Jim Ross, alongside my broadcast partner, Jerry the King Lawler. We've got a great program for you tonight, and we're set to kick it off with a real slobber knocker.
You're right, JR. General Manager Eric Bischoff may have made this a non-title match, but a win over the World Heavyweight Champion Triple H could be a step toward a real title opportunity.
From Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 260 pounds, Triple H.
It's all about the game, and how you play it. All about control, and if you can take it, it's all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about pay. And who's gonna make it? I am the game, you don't wanna play me. I am control, no way you can shake me. I am heavy debt, no way you can pay me. I am the pain, and I know you can't take me. Look over your shoulder, ready to run like a Cleveland bench from a smoking gun. I am the game, and I may lose. So move on out, you can die like a fool. Trying to figure out what my move's gonna be. Come on over, sucker, why don't you ask me? Don't you forget there's a price you can pay. Cause I am the game and I want to play.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well then, why don't you rope break?
Oh man, I've been in this hole before, JR. This brings back some bad memories.
I can understand why, King. I can't even imagine the pain being inflicted here.
Oh no, this is terrible. You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum.
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers.
There's the reversal. I think Triple H might be the greatest superstar of his generation. I think that in the future, superstars are going to talk about Triple H the way superstars from Triple H's generation talk about Ric Flair.
The idea that Triple H might potentially become a role model to the next generation turns my stomach, King. I hope to hell you're wrong.
Hope all you want, JR, but you know, he's really cranking up the pressure on that hole, JR.
He sure is. There's no doubt he's looking for the submission right here.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And rope break. And there's the submission. There might not be any way out of it.
There better be, but we're going to see a tap out right here.
The very sight of Kane makes my blood run cold. What a human monster he is.
You say monster like it's a bad thing, JR. But everyone loves a monster, whether they want to admit it or not. Dracula, Frankenstein, and the Wolfman never go out of style.
He's got his opponent locked in a submission hold.
We can see a tap out right here, JR. He can pin him right here, JR.
1, 2. A count of 2, and the referee's hand was coming down for the 3.
I'll admit it, it's a little scary to watch up close, but I love watching Kane go to work. He's practically unstoppable.
Oh boy, this is not going to be an easy hole to escape from.
It sure isn't, JR. I've been on the wrong end of that one many times.
He's got some evil intentions here.
Oh man, 10 feet in the air and all the way down again.
Looks like he's trying for a pin here. One.
These superstars are putting every...
Is that? No, only 2. I don't even know if you can use the word monster to describe Kane anymore. He's become so twisted and so evil that it almost sounds like a compliment.
Kane's never going to be up for the Humanitarian of the Year award, JR. But I think that's exactly what makes him such a great rope break.
And there he goes. The submission is locked in.
Oh my gosh! He might make his opponent tap right here. I hope these superstars can make it through this match without suffering a serious injury.
So do I, King, but this ain't ballet. This is very intense, physical competition.
The intensity of these superstars is unbelievable.
No doubt about that, King. The fans are getting their money's worth here tonight.
I think I know who's going to win this match, but I don't want to say. I'm afraid I'll jinx it.
Come on.
He's going for the cover, JR.
1, 2. He was a split second away from a 3 count.
Remind me to never try and step between these guys, JR.
That would be hazardous to your health for sure, King. It looks like he's fixing to end this one.
Oh, man, what a power bomb. That'll do it, JR. Here's the pin. Could this be it?
2, 3. What a match. I wonder if we'll... Oh, would you look at this? Ric Flair and Triple H are double teaming him now. And this match is over, by God. How despicable can you get?
He was asking for it, JR. Flair hit him in self-defense. Didn't you see the way he went after the Nature Boy?
He did no such thing, King. Triple H and Flair will do anything it takes to keep the title around the game's waist. And that includes taking out the competition.
Big Magnum and not the rubber. Been nice before Boosie was hollering at baby.
Hey, I saw what Triple H and Flair pulled last week. This crap is getting really old. You okay?
I'll live, but they're not gonna get off that easy.
Listen, you're good, but this is a numbers game. There's 2 of them, but 1 of you. Dude, you've got to even that up.
What do you have in mind?
Hey, I'm one of the few guys in the Raw locker room who's pinned Triple H for a 3 count. I don't have an Intercontinental title defense tonight. So how about you and me team up and give Triple H and Flair a little payback?
Sounds good to me. But what's in it for you?
Anytime I step into the ring with the World Heavyweight Champ, my stock goes up. And when I hit him with the T-bone and pin him again, I'll be that much closer to earning the World Heavyweight title match I deserve. Let's do this.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for 1 fall.
Ain't no stopping me, no. No stop.
And the tag team partner from Orangeburg, South Carolina, weighing in at 245 pounds, Shelton Benjamin.
No stop. Going for it all, just try to be the best. Till we break them out, nothing more, nothing less. Wanna be known, want the respect. Throw you anything, I'll pass that test. Believing in yourself, man, changes everything. Yeah, I want it all, I'm taking the brand swing. Call me underdog, you can call me anything. I got a lot of blessings, that's what faith brings. No stop. No stop.
from Charlotte, North Carolina, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
It's all about the game, and how you play it. All about control, and if you can take it, it's all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about pain. And who's gonna make it? I am the game, you don't wanna play me. I am control, no way you can shake me. I am heavy debt, no way you can pay me. I am the pain, and I know you can't take me. Look over your shoulder, ready to run like a Cleveland bench from a smoking gun. I am the game, and I may lose, so move on out.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like when you're in the middle of a slobber knocker. And if you don't have the guts to stick around, you might run like a scalded dog with a case of the limber tape.
All right, enough! I'm getting a translator before I have to come out here with you again. He's climbing the turnbuckle. What's he up to?
The tag is made.
Climbing up the turnbuckle isn't bad. It's all the ways you can come down that hurt. So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King.
Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended for our SmackDown colleagues. No, I can't, King. I truly believe Raw is the dominant brand in sports entertainment.
And you hit the nail right on the head there, JR. The dominant brand. Not the slightly better brand or the sort of superior brand.
Absolutely not. I'm a Raw man. And I have to believe we're head and shoulders better than the competition.
You won't get any argument from me, JR. SmackDown's the minor leagues as far as I'm concerned. You've got to love Ric Flair. The Nature Boy doesn't let anything stand in his way.
Yeah, including the rules. I tell you, if Flair wasn't a WWE superstar, he'd make a great lawyer or...
Wow. There's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this one.
One.
It looks like they're slowing the pace down a bit here.
Maybe so.
Two.
But one or two big moves could completely change. What a reversal. This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement of seeing the Raw superstars perform live.
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing a pitcher of ice water.
Oh boy, this is not going to be an easy hole to escape from.
It sure isn't, JR. I've been on the wrong end of that one many times. I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much, but I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, King. What a low-down, despicable move that was.
I'd hate to be that referee, JR. Can you imagine having to tell one of these superstars no?
Boy, I think I've had nightmares about trying to do something like that, King.
Uh-oh. I think we know where he's going with this, JR.
What a sick powerbomb!
He's going for the cover, JR. These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR. But if they drop the ball, these fans will let them hear about it.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. These competitors know that their paychecks come straight from the WWE fans. They're not going to let them down.
Yeah, but if they don't keep the fans happy...
If wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean. But that's not the case now, is it? The tag has been made, and now his partner's coming in. I think Shelton Benjamin's theme song says it all. I truly believe there's no stopping this phenomenal young superstar.
I think Shelton Benjamin's theme song says it all. I truly believe there's no stopping this phenomenal young superstar.
What can I see in him? Multiple tag team title reigns, an intercontinental title reign that lasted more than half a year, a kid who was born into a bad situation and pulled himself up by his bootstraps. That's what I see in Shelton Benjamin.
Oh, really? Well, when I look at him, I see a lucky young punk who's living on borrowed time. Mark my words, JR. Tonight's match might mark the beginning of the end for Shelton Benjamin. Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's gonna go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say.
2, 3.
There's absolutely no question in my mind
4.
that Ric Flair is one of the true legends of this business. I just think it's a shame that many of his accomplishments are based on cheating, deception, and underhanded tactics.
Haven't you ever heard?
He's got the crowd and his opponent in the palm of his hand.
3.
That can change in an instant, especially if you let your opponent catch his breath.
You're not going to get him with that one.
Oh, man! That's going to change the tone of this match, JR.
Yeah, and not for the better either. I wish the ref would actually pay attention to what's going on.
So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars, he's got some evil intentions here.
Oh, man! 10 feet in the air and all the way down again.
And now a pin. This could be it.
No trouble kicking out of that one.
I don't even know if you can use the word.
He's got his opponent locked into submission, JR. Wow, these superstars left it all in the ring, and that...
Listen up, Benjamin. All I hear backstage is you running your mouth about how you pinned Triple H this and you beat Triple H that. Well, the fact is, everyone knows you just got lucky. Simple as that. It was a fluke. And it's never going to happen again. Do you understand me? Never again.
What a man. What a noble champion. Once again, assaulting his opponent after the match is over. And damn it, Shelton Benjamin is right. He has beaten Triple H in the past, fair and square.
You heard Triple H, JR. It was a fluke. He says Shelton Benjamin isn't in his league, and from the looks of things, he's right.
Where you at? Where you at?
Requested this submission.
And the opponent, accompanied by Triple.
You're not going to get him with that one.
You've got to love Ric Flair. The Nature Boy doesn't let anything stand in his way.
Yeah, including the rules. I tell you,
Oh no! I don't like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out. There's absolutely no question in my mind that Ric Flair is one of the true legends of this business. I just think it's a shame that many of his accomplishments are based on cheating, deception, and underhanded tactics.
Haven't you ever heard the expression, the ends justify the means, JR? Ric Flair's held a world championship more times than any other super...
If there's the submission, there might not be any way out of it.
There better be, or we're gonna see a tap out right here. It's like he read his opponent's mind.
This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the resiliency of these superstars, that's not going to be easy.
That's for sure. No one in this match is going down without a fight.
And I wouldn't expect any less from them, King. Like them or not, you've got to respect the tenacity of each and every WWE superstar. So, King, any predictions about the outcome of this match?
Oh, no. Every time I make a guess as to who's going to win, I never hear the end of it from you.
Maybe that wouldn't happen if you got one right every now and then.
Uh-oh. Talk about a hole you don't want to find yourself in.
No kidding. This will rearrange your anatomy.
I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose.
I'm sure they haven't. That's not the kind of attitude you come in with and expect to pick up the win.
You're right about that, JR. If you can't see yourself having your arm raised by the referee when it's over... Oh, no! What are you doing?
My God! A choke slam all the way from hell!
I wonder if SmackDown's going to have anything nearly this good next Thursday.
I think we both know the answer to that one, King. How could they compete with a match like this? The very sight of Kane makes my blood run cold. What an inhuman monster he is.
You say monster like it's a...
The submission is locked in. This could be huge.
Oh my gosh, JR! You can't go long without tapping out to this! He turned the tables on his opponent with that one! This match has the potential to be an instant classic, and I think these fans are too stupid.
Oh no! That last shot busted him wide open!
It sure did, JR. And if I could borrow one of your lines, business is picking up.
This isn't business, King. That's a human being in there, and he's in bad shape now.
These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly. He's got his opponent locked in a submission hold.
We can see a tap out right here, JR. What are they going to do next?
I couldn't even begin to guess, King. That's why they say anything can happen here in the WWE.
These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What'd you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you?
Yes, that was an incredible move. What strategy?
Strategy, my Oklahoma ass. That's cheating, plain and simple. He's got that submission hold locked in.
He sure does, JR. He might make his opponent tap out right here.
I don't even know if you can use the word monster to describe Kane. What a submission hold! Could this be a tap out?
It isn't the whole... He did it! The match is over!
My God! That's John Cena and the Big Show from Smackdown! What the hell are they doing here on Raw?
I can't believe this, JR! Somebody call security! Look out, Triple H!
My God! That bug John Cena is choking the life out of Ric Flair with his damn chain!
Is this how thugs like Cena treat their elders on SmackDown? This is bad, JR. Show gonna do?
They were down, but not out, by God.
I don't think this is over, JR.
Not by a long shot, King. But why were those SmackDown superstars here on Raw? And what's going to happen next?
You know, normally I'd come out here on Raw in front of the entire world. Flash this World Heavyweight title. And once again make clear to all you people, all the people watching at home, and all the guys in the back, that I am the best in the business. Yeah. That's what I'd normally do, and whether you love it or you hate it, you all tune in to see it. But that's not gonna happen tonight. See, last week, two gutless nobodies from SmackDown thought they could come to Raw and take out Triple H and Ric Flair, the two greatest champions this business has ever seen. But just like everything SmackDown does, they only got it half right. As you can see, I'm still standing.
Well, thank goodness for that.
But Ric Flair was not so lucky. John Cena crushed his larynx with that chain. And Big Show nearly broke his damn neck with that chokeslam. Look at this man. He can't style. Hell, he can barely profile. Cena, Big Show, I don't care who you are or where you come from. You do not lay your hands on this man. This man is a 16-time world champion. He's a kiss-stealing, wheeling-dealing son of a gun. He should be riding in limousines, not ambulances. And now, all those desperate housewives in this arena will have to go home to their fat, impotent husbands and cry themselves to sleep because Space Mountain is closed for repairs.
It's so sad, JR.
Oh, it's sad, all right. Why don't you take a minute and pull yourself together?
Well, look who it is. I wonder if he's here to gloat.
I got that, King. He took his lumps last week just as sure as Triple H did.
Well, Triple H, I guess you've got some idea how I felt when you and Flair took out Shelton Benjamin 2 weeks ago.
That's a completely different story. Shelton Benjamin ran his mouth and he got what was coming to him. John Cena and the Big Show had no business with me or you or the Nature Boy. And speaking of you, I've just about had it with your...
Hold that thought, Triple H. You two had better get on the same page. Because I'm not going to stand for SmackDown superstars invading my show. By the authority of the board of directors, you're going to have a sanctioned match against them next week at SummerSlam. But that doesn't mean we're going to wait until then to even the score. This Thursday, you're going to SmackDown to return the favor.
Hey, what a great idea, Bischoff. I would have never thought of that. I don't need your advice. And I don't need your permission to do whatever I damn well please. And if you think you can order me around, think again. And as for you can forget about being on the same page with me. We're not even in the same damn library, understand? You come to SmackDown if you want, but you better not get in my way.
Well, I don't always agree with General Manager Eric Bischoff's actions, but I have to give him credit. He's arranged a SummerSlam match against The Big Show and John Cena and ordered an immediate counterattack on SmackDown to boot.
Man, JR, I can't wait! Raw superstars are headed to SmackDown. I'll tell you what, SmackDown is gonna be sorry they ever messed with Raw.
Hello and welcome to another edition of SmackDown. I'm Michael Cole along with Taz and partner. The locker room is still buzzing about that attack by John Cena and The Big Show on some top Raw superstars last week. And can you believe that the board of directors has sanctioned a cross-brand grudge match for this Sunday at SummerSlam?
But that's not all, Cole. Some of those Raw superstars have said they're gonna show up here tonight to get some payback. Wait, is that Triple H and Flair in the ring right now?
I am the game. Woo! And tonight, I'm coming to SmackDown to find the guys who kicked my ass and made my father, the Nature Boy, cry like a little girl. Say, Nate, why do they still call you the Nature Boy, huh? Aren't you about 90? Maybe they should call you Father Time. But seriously, yo, no one can say that SmackDown didn't make an impact on Raw last Monday. We did just what we wanted to, and that was punk out the best that they got.
Let's see now. 10 for Triple H, 16 for Flair, Raw is never going to forget the day SmackDown took out 26 world champions in one shot.
And now we're supposed to be scared? Because Triple H is leading a posse to SmackDown? Please. He shows up here, he's gonna get more of the same. They can't see me.
They're here! The Raw Superstars are here!
Here we go. This is going to be a rocket buster.
It's been a long time since I saw a crowd get behind a superstar the way they have for John Cena.
Yeah, that's great, Cole. No doubt the WWE fans, they love John Cena. I get that. But this is not a popularity contest. It's a physical, athletic competition.
I don't think Cena's got any problem being physical either, Taz. There aren't many superstars who have accomplished what he has between those ropes.
It's obvious these superstars have studied each other real carefully, Cole.
No question about that, Taz. You won't last long against an opponent you And here we go with the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's a lot of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole.
I think John Cena has risen through the SmackDown ranks faster than any other superstar in recent memory. I can't remember the last time I saw a superstar.
Oh, God! That's a solid steel chair, Cole. That don't tickle. I think we know which way. Wow! I'm telling you, I don't think that chair's gonna be good for anything after this match. I think someone's looking for a weapon here, Cole. You know what? This Cena, he spends a...
What kind of sick, twisted person would just leave a 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire laying around? There's a lot of things under the ring, and all of them hurt. Look at this. No fear on the...
Listen to me, Cole. Getting hit by that thing's even worse than it looks.
Look at these fans. They didn't like that one bit.
Yeah, well, you know what? I got some bad news for these fans. Uh-oh. Goozle!
Oh, my God! What a choke slam! All the way from hell!
He dodged that bullet.
He could... That's not what the chair was meant to be used for. He's got to do more damage before he can get a 3 count. Come on! That's a 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire! This has got to stop! He's taking a little time to give his opponent a... Look at this! He's lifting his opponent by the throat!
He's got this guy way up there, Cole! What goes up must come down! He can taunt all he wants, Cole, but once he's lost the match, this guy's gonna wish that he spent more time going after his opponent. He's taking his opponent to school with that 2x4 wrapped with barbed wire. He's going up, and what goes up?
Oh my God! That 2x4 could inflict a serious injury here!
All right, time to see what kind of toys we got under the ring. I'll tell you, as long as these superstars have got any...
Will somebody please take that barbed wire wrap 2x4 from him? The conditions are right for a finishing move.
Oh my God! A 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire. Let me tell you something. I've felt that before.
You can find all sorts of weapons under that ring.
I've been looking forward to this match all night long, Cole.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
And usually when you have that kind... I've been locked in this hole before, and it hurts even worse than it looks.
I can't even imagine the amount of pain that this hole must inflict on any superstar.
You could really get your bell rung by the ring bell. Ding dong! Ding dong!
Why do they keep so many dangerous weapons under the ring? Those things can cause serious...
There's only one thing that a 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire is good for, and it's not gardening.
He wasted no time going for that pin.
2, 3.
Will we see a finishing move? All good things must come to an end. But I wish that match could have gone on a little longer.
Your winners, Triple H and Kane.
It's all about the game.
Hey, look, man. I understand why you're teaming up with Triple H tonight. John Cena and Big Show have got to be taught a lesson, and you guys owe them. But don't get too cozy with them. I'll be back on Raw tomorrow, and I've got some unfinished business with Triple H and Ric Flair that I plan to take care of. You know I respect you, and I hope you've got my back the way I had yours. But if you let them punk me out, you'll be making a big mistake.
Okay, Shelton, I'll keep that in mind. But right now, I've got to focus on Cena and Show.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 260 pounds, Triple H.
It's all about the game, and how you play it, all about control.
And the tag team partner, weighing 326 pounds, Kane.
Well,
One.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't
3.
think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You gotta keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly. You're not going to get him with that one.
I think I know who's gonna win this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
Wait a second. Why are you so eager to hear my prediction?
Because I want to know who's going to win. And 9 times out of 10, it's not the superstar you pick. The referee saw the tag. When I look at Triple H, all I see is lost opportunities. He's so talented and so intelligent that he could have made such a positive impact on the business. Instead, he decided that he'd rather win at all costs without any sense of honor or decency.
Listen to you, JR. Honor, decency. You sound like you're 100 years old. Triple H realized early on that winning is the only thing that matters. That's why he's the cerebral assassin.
I am old-fashioned, King, and damn proud of it. And if Triple H is the future of this business, I'm perfectly happy to be stuck in the past. I don't think his attempt to get this crowd on his side is paying off.
He's not trying to get the crowd on his side, JR. He's letting everyone know that he's going to win this one, whether they like it or not. I think I know who's going to win this match, but I don't want to say. I'm afraid I'll jinx it.
Come on, King. Don't tell me you're superstitious.
Of course not, JR. I'm not superstitious because I know that's unlucky. You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No, go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker. There aren't many superstars as diversely talented as John Cena. He's as good in the ring as he is on the microphone, and that's saying something. They made the tag.
You know, JR, I rack my brains trying to think of a single flaw in Triple H.
The submission has been expertly applied, and now it's just a matter of time.
That's right, JR. You've either got to break the hold or get broken by it.
The targeted attacks we've been seeing have taken their toll.
He's about one submission hold away from tapping out.
A textbook reversal there. Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat. He could hit his finisher right now.
4.
It's like he read his opponent's mind.
5.
No matter how many times I see him, he's got his opponent in a pinning predicament. Boy, this John Cena sure is one of the most exciting young prospects in all of WWE.
Oh, come on, JR. John Cena's a thug. You know it, I know it, and all of these people know it. It makes me sick that he's allowed to be a WWE superstar.
I don't know how you can say that, King. Cena has dedicated himself to entertaining these fans, and quite frankly, I find him to have...
He's a 3 count away from a pinfall.
Looks like he's fixing to end this one.
Oh, man. What a power bomb. That'll do it, JR. He's going for the cover, JR.
Didn't even get a 2 count on that one.
Boy, these superstars sure have their hands full here tonight, JR.
They sure do, King. They've got all they can say. Grace over. 1, 2. Oh, 3. For the love of... Open your eyes, Ref. I can't believe he got away with that.
Well, you might not like it, JR, but he's going to do whatever it takes to win this one. He reversed it. Oh, no. What are you doing?
My God, a choke slam all the way from hell. Excellent count. What ring presence. 1, 2.
I don't think anyone's walking away from this match unscathed.
No doubt about
3.
it, King. This one's going to be hell on the anatomy for sure.
4.
And there's a little something for the crowd. The best superstars never ignore their... Shelton Benjamin is back, and he's taking it right to Flair and Triple H with a steel chair.
Oh, no! He can't do that! Triple H and Flair are defenseless! Somebody needs to stop him!
They were partners before Flair injured Benjamin, but is that still the case?
I can't wait to see what's going to happen tomorrow night on Raw. I'll tell you one thing, though. I'd hate to be in...
Welcome to the squared circle. We take no mercy on you.
I called you out here tonight on Raw because I want to give you a very rare and valuable present. 2 of them, actually.
Oh my gosh! 2 presents, JR! It must be his birthday! Imagine celebrating your birthday with Triple H, JR? That's gotta be great!
I'm pretty sure it's not his birthday, and I've for damn sure seen the kind of presents that Triple H gives out.
The first is a thank you. From me to you. For watching my back in our match against John Cena and Big Show at SummerSlam. Of course, I didn't need your help, but you made my job a little bit easier.
I can't remember the last time Triple H thanked anyone.
So that's 1. And now that that's out of the way, here's number 2. Last night at SummerSlam, you didn't do a damn thing when Shelton Benjamin ran into the ring and attacked Ric Flair and I with a steel chair. Normally, that's the kind of mistake a guy like me would make sure a guy like you regretted for the rest of his life.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
So here's your second present. A free pass out of my ring and out of my life. But I'm warning you, this is a one-time offer, so don't blow it. Do the right thing and don't step between Shelton Benjamin and the ass-kicking he's going to get tonight.
Triple H let him off the hook, JR. If he were smart, he'd do the right thing and walk away.
I have to agree, that may be the smart thing to do, but I'm not sure it would be the right thing. After all, he may have a choice to walk away, but Shelton Benjamin's certainly not off the hook.
He was warned not to get involved last week, JR. Triple H was going to give him a free pass. Now he's going to have to answer to the cerebral assassin himself. Why couldn't he just do the right thing?
Shelton Benjamin is his friend, King. He couldn't just sit back and watch those bullies double.
And the opponent, accompanied by Ric Flair.
The very sight of Kane makes my blood run cold. What an inhuman monster he is.
You say monster like it's a bad thing, JR. But everyone loves a monster, whether they want to admit it or not. Dracula, Frankenstein, and the Wolfman never go out of style.
Well, there's a big difference between seeing a... Oh boy, this is not going to be an easy hole to escape from.
It sure isn't, JR. I've been on the wrong end of that one many times.
When I look at Triple H...
Look at him, rubbing his opponent's face in it. I love it.
Why? Well, this crowd doesn't seem to share your opinion. And quite frankly, I hope this comes back to bite him. Why?
I'll admit it, it's a little scary to watch up close, but I love watching Kane go to work. He's show off all you want, but it's not going to win you the match.
No, but getting the crowd behind you can certainly give you the edge. I don't even know if you can use the word monster to describe Kane anymore. He's become so twisted and so evil that it almost sounds like a compliment.
Kane's never going to be up for the Humanitarian of the Year award, JR. But
he's taken every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, JR, he's a shoo-in for second place. I think Triple H might be the greatest superstar of his generation. I think that in the future, superstars are going to talk about Triple H the way superstars from Triple H's generation talk about Ric Flair.
The idea that Triple H might potentially become a role model to the next generation turns my stomach, King. I hope the hell you're wrong.
Hope all you want, JR, but you know I'm right. Triple H has accomplished too much in his career to be called anything but a legend. These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly.
I think the best is yet to come in this match, JR.
I agree with you 100%. Whenever you put abilities of this caliber in a match together, it just gets better and better.
You know, JR, I rack my brains. Oh boy, these top rope moves can go either way.
He's got some evil intentions here.
Oh man, 10 feet in the air and all the way down again.
No! How can the referee allow something like that?
Come on, JR. You know that the referee's health plan doesn't include vision.
What a reversal. Would you look at that? A blatantly illegal maneuver. That should be a disqualification.
You might be right, JR, but I don't hear the ring bell. This match is still going.
A textbook reversal there. Did you see that? Ring the damn bell. You can't let somebody get away with that.
I don't think the ref saw it, JR. And if the ref doesn't see it, it's not illegal.
We could be looking at a pinfall here, folks. You're not going to get him with that
one.
Oh boy, you might want to close your eyes, JR. This one could get ugly.
You're damn right it could. It could get bowling shoe ugly. And that's what this business is all about.
3.
It's not ballet, you know.
4. 5.
I don't think I've ever felt more anticipation during a match than I am right now, JR.
I know what you mean, King.
7.
It's hard to find words to describe the electricity in the air here
8.
tonight.
9. 10.
I don't believe it. The match is over.
Stop it! Stop it right there! This has gone on long enough. I am sick of the interference and the cheap shots. You two are going to settle this in a rematch at Unforgiven. In a World Heavyweight title match. And just to make sure that Shelton Benjamin and Ric Flair don't get involved, it's going to be a steel cage match.
Did you hear that, King? A steel cage match for the World Heavyweight title at Unforgiven. And Flair and Benjamin are barred from ringside.
Unforgiven is right. I don't think Triple H is going to forgive Bischoff for this one, JR.
This is it, folks. The main event. The World Heavyweight title is on the line in a solid steel cage. The first man to pin his opponent, make him submit, or escape the cage leaves unforgiven as the World Heavyweight Champion.
This isn't right, JR. Triple H has done nothing to deserve this. It's barbaric.
The following contest is a steel cage match, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. From Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 260 pounds, Triple H.
It's all about the game, and how you play it. It's all about control, and if you can take it, it's all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about pain. Who's gonna make it? I am the game, you don't wanna play me. I am control, no way you can shake me. I am heavy debt, no way you can pay me. I am the pain, and I know you can't take me. Look over your shoulder, ready to run like a Cleveland bitch from a smoking gun. I am the game, and I make the rules. So move on out, you can die like a fool. Trying to figure out what my move's gonna be. Come on over, sucker, why don't you ask me? Don't you forget there's a price you can pay. I am the game and I want to play.
I don't even know if you can use the word monster to describe Kane anymore. He's become so twisted and so evil that it almost sounds like a compliment.
Kane's never going to be up for the Humanitarian of the Year award, JR, but I think that's exactly what makes him such a great superstar. He'll stop it. These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly.
You got to respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be something of an authority. Isn't that right, King?
Come on now, JR. A man doesn't know what true happiness is until he's married. And then it's too late. I'll admit it, it's a little scary to watch up close, but I love watching Kane go to work. He's practically unstoppable.
He's certainly not stopped by conscience, that's for sure. Kane will crush anyone and anything that stands between him and his objective.
You say that like I don't care how tough you are, JR. No one can take this kind of pain for long.
You're absolutely right, King. We've seen many superstars tap out to this very hold. When I look at Triple H, all I see is lost opportunities. He's so talented and so intelligent that he could have made such a positive impact on the business. Instead, he decided that he'd rather win at all costs.
Uh-oh. I think we know where he's going with this, JR.
What a shit power bomb! And here's the pin.
1, 2. That was so close to 3, he could taste it. They're taking it down a notch, JR. This could...
That steel cage is going to leave its mark on these superstars. I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue. Oh boy, this is not going to be an easy hole to escape from.
It sure isn't, JR. I've been on the wrong end of that one many times.
The very sight of Kane makes my blood run cold. What an inhuman monster he is.
You say monster like it's a bad thing, JR. But everyone loves a monster, whether they want to admit it or not. Dracula, Frankenstein, and the Wolfman never go out of style.
Well, there's a big difference between seeing a monster in a movie and knowing that a real-life monster like Kane is walking the earth, King.
Show off all you want, but it's not going to win you the match.
No, but getting the crowd behind you can certainly give you the edge.
I hope these superstars can make it through this match without suffering a serious... Wow! There's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say. I think the damage has been done here, King.
One good submission could end this, JR.
This match is going to continue until someone's completely
Uh-oh. Talk about a hole you don't want to find yourself in.
No kidding. This will rearrange your...
Music. An obscure WWE regulation has just been brought to my attention. As it turns out, the title cannot be contested in a steel cage during the month of September. And since this is September and that is a steel cage, I've got no choice but to void the referee.
tag team champions, like the Hart Foundation, or the Legion of Doom.
Yes, Eugene.
Or Chuck and
yes,
Billy.
Eugene, that's right, just like the... Eugene, now that's enough. If you're going to be a champion, you've got to start behaving like one.
Hey, am I interrupting something?
No, not at all. Young Master Eugene here was just getting a wee bit overexcited about our recent World Tag Team title victory. Isn't that right, Eugene?
Yeah, congratulations. I hear you've got a title defense against Edge and Christian at Taboo Tuesday. Good luck with that.
And to you as well in your match against Christian tonight. He's more of a pillock than ever, now that he and Edge have reunited.
No kidding. Watch yourself out there tonight against Edge.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Eugene.
Like Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik, Iran #1, USA, Achtui.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, and the opponent, accompanied by Edge. From Toronto, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, Christian.
You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE Superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down a field or slapping a puck into a net. This is serious physical competition.
It sure is. The toughest athletes in the world are on the WWE roster, and that's a fact.
Rope break.
I'll admit it, it's a little scary to watch up close, but I love watching Kane go to work. Uh-oh, talk about a hole you don't want to find yourself in.
No kidding. This'll rearrange your anatomy.
I thought I'd pick the winner before the match started, JR, but now I'm having second thoughts.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, King. Usually I wonder if you've even had first thoughts. Oh, for the love of... Open your eyes, Red. I can't believe he got away. It looks like he's fixing to end this one.
Oh, man, what a powerbomb. That'll do it, JR. He's going for the pin. I think the these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other are going to be solved with one match.
I hope not. I'd love to see them go at it again and again. I could watch these superstars go at it all night, JR.
So could I, King, but we could be looking at a pinfall here, folks.
Now remember, kids, whatever you do, don't try this stuff at home. He's got his opponent locked into submission, JR. This could be it.
It could indeed. He might force his opponent to tap out right here. The targeted attacks we've been seeing have taken their toll.
He's about one submission hold away from tapping out.
The very sight of Kane.
Watch out! He reversed it!
Oh my, he's bleeding! That's an unfortunate side effect of this very physical competition.
2. And unfortunate.
He almost got the 3 count, but almost doesn't count. I don't even know if you can use the word monster to describe Kane anymore. He's become so twisted. Oh boy, this is not going to be an easy hold.
That's the match, JR. I could have watched the
Here's your winner, Kane!
Is using the ropes. The ref doesn't see it. And damn it, neither does Eugene.
Eugene's completely distracted as usual, but this is one time I don't blame him.
The match is over. What's Edge trying to prove here?
Isn't it obvious, JR? Edge is trying to soften up William Regal for their tag team championship match at Taboo Tuesday.
How sharp do you have to be to take advantage of poor Eugene?
There you go, JR. He broke the hold. What are you so upset about?
Yeah, he broke the damn hold, but he might have broken Regal's back.
All's fair in love and title chases, JR.
So, despite the injury to William Regal, the tag titles will...
I don't know about
Please, you've got to reconsider. Eugene's uncle, Eric Bischoff, has a history of trying to crush Eugene's spirits. Eugene loves his title more than life itself, and the fact that I can't defend my half is a perfect excuse for him to strip us of our titles and hurt Eugene again.
But filling in for you as tag team champion, that's a huge responsibility.
If you don't do this, you might as well hand the titles to those miserable toe rags, Edge and Christian. I don't know about you, but I refuse to reward those two with a championship.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Eugene.
You think you know me?
It doesn't appear that Edge is getting much love. That went nowhere. The very sight of Kane makes my blood run cold. What an inhuman monster he is.
You say monster like it's a bad thing, JR. But everyone loves a monster, whether they want to admit it or not. Dracula, Frankenstein, and the Wolfman never go out of style.
Well, there's a big difference between seeing a monster in a movie and knowing that a real-life monster like Kane is walking the earth, King.
I'll admit it, it's a little scary to watch. Uh-oh, come on, you gotta stop this guy before he really gets going.
I don't think that's gonna happen, King. He's built up too much momentum to be stopped now.
This is a mistake, JR. Everyone knows that overconfidence costs superstars matches.
That might be true, King, but all I see is a very confident superstar who's got everything going his way.
He reversed it! I don't understand how these fans can boo Edge, JR. They've got no respect for everything he's done for them.
Oh, you're full of it, King. These fans don't give a damn about Edge because they know that Edge doesn't give a damn about them either.
How can you say that, JR? Edge is one of the most exciting and dynamic superstars on the Raw roster. And
Excellent counter. What ring presence?
1, 2.
That was so close to 3 he could taste it.
Would you look at that? A blatantly illegal maneuver. That should be a disqualification.
You might be right, JR, but I don't hear the ring bell. This match is still going.
The submission has been expertly applied, and now it's just a matter of time.
That's right, JR. You've either got to break the hold or get broken by it. I'm so happy that we have a superstar like Edge on the Raw roster. Someone who sets goals. His opponent has softened him up, JR. Now it's in for the kill.
It looks like he's fixing to end this one.
Oh, man. What a powerbomb. That'll do it, JR. He's going for the pin.
1, 2, 3.
Oh. Wow, these superstars left it all in the ring. the diva of the decade.
I'm sure he'd prefer not to, but she has no right to lead Eugene on like she's been doing.
Trish, look out! Oh my gosh, look at what he just did to Trish.
You mean look at what Edge just did to Trish? If I didn't know better, I'd say Eugene seems more concerned about Trish Stratus than his own partner.
Can you blame him, JR? I should go down there and see if Trish needs mouth-to-mouth, and maybe some CPR.
Hello there, tough guy. Welcome.
Everything went perfectly last week. Trish, for a moment, I thought you were actually hurt.
Hey, I'm the WWE Women's Champion. I'm tougher than I look. And if you boys stick with the plan, you'll be the World Tag Team Champions, and we'll all be wearing gold when we leave here tonight.
Yeah, now all we have to do is take that dunce Eugene out of the picture, which shouldn't be too hard. I mean, he's not exactly a rocket scientist, you know? I'd be surprised if he could lace up his own boots. And ugly. Man, the toughest part of the match will be having to look at him up close.
Hello. I'm sorry you got hurt yesterday, Trish. Are you okay?
Yes, thank you. That's very sweet, Eugene. But you don't have to apologize. It wasn't your fault.
Actually, Eugene, if anyone's got to apologize, it's me. I'm sorry I accidentally hurt William Regal 2 weeks ago. I didn't realize he tapped out. I didn't expect him to give up so easily. Guess he's not as tough as I thought he was, eh?
Yeah, but you know who should be apologizing? Your so-called friend for hitting poor Trish last night. Is that the kind of partner you want? Is that the kind of person you consider a friend, Eugene? Someone who hits girls from behind?
No.
I'd like to be your friend, Eugene. Would you like to be friends with little old me?
Yeah.
Good boy. Now come with me. I've got something to discuss with you.
I don't believe it. How could Trish even stand to be around that Eugene? She has a heart of gold, that's for sure.
If that Jezebel has a heart, it's fool's gold, if you ask me. No good's going to come of this, I can guarantee you that.
You think you know me?
Where the heck is Eugene, JR?
I've no earthly idea, but I bet Trish Stratus knows exactly where he is and why he's not here defending his tag team championship.
Well, first Regal can't wrestle, and now Eugene's missing in action. Can you even defend the tag team title single-handedly? Where I come from, if you don't show up for a title match, that's a forfeit.
of Kane makes my blood run cold. What an inhuman monster he is.
You say monster like it's a bad thing, JR.
What a reversal.
I don't think there's going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done.
There may not be, King. They may well annihilate each other here tonight.
I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until this match is settled once and for all.
I'm so happy that we have a superstar like Edge on the Raw roster. Someone who sets goals for himself and doesn't let anything stop him from reaching them. He's a great role model for young fans.
Oh, he's a terrific role model, all right. Edge is a real humanitarian.
He's really cranking up the pressure on that hole, JR.
He sure is. There's no doubt he's looking for the submission right here.
You think this is going to be a back and forth kind of match? Or do you think this is going to be pretty one-sided, JR?
I couldn't tell you, King. These superstars are so unpredictable that you can never tell how a match is going to go.
That was a long way to go for a simple, I don't know, JR. He's got his opponent locked in the submission, JR. This could be it.
It could indeed. He might force his opponent to tap out right here. It doesn't appear that Edge is getting much love from this crowd tonight, and who can blame them? They're certainly not getting much from Edge.
That's not true, JR. I'm sure this arena is just full of Edge heads tonight. You might not hear them cheering, but that's probably because they're in awe of the fact that they're watching their favorite superstar.
Or maybe it's because the Edge heads turned on Edge right about the same time he turned on them, King.
Great strategy. Pick a body part and keep working on it.
And we're certainly seeing the results of that strategy now.
Here's the pin. Could this be it? Look at that. He's bleeding like a stuck pig.
The referee had better get in there and take a look at that. We may need to stop this match.
Stop the match? Are you crazy, JR? It's just getting interesting.
One.
Didn't even get a 2 count on that one.
Oh, no. What are you doing?
My God, a choke slam all the way from hell.
He's going for the cover, JR. I can't believe he thought he was going to get the pin. What? Is he nuts? He doesn't really think he's going to lift him, does he?
Well, if he did, I don't think he does anymore. What a submission hold! These superstars took each other to the limit.
Just moments ago, you successfully managed to beat Edge and Christian single-handedly. But Eric Bischoff has ruled that because of Eugene's absence, you forfeited the match. Therefore, Edge and Christian are the new World Tag Team Champions. I have to ask you, after that hard-fought match, with all of the blood, sweat, and tears you left in the ring, how does it feel to lose the World Tag Team titles and let William Regal down like that?
How does it feel, Coach? How does it feel? How do you think it feels?
Of course the deck was stacked against you when your partner Eugene decided not to show up for the match. What is your reaction to Eugene, well, dropping the ball?
Eugene, you must understand. Edge Christian and that trollop Trish Stratus are not your friends. They're trying to confuse you and take advantage of you.
But they said they were my friends. And Trish is so pretty. She wouldn't lie.
Look, Eugene, they took your tag team title last week after they convinced you not to show up for the match.
I know. I'm sharing the titles with them. Trish said they're my friends. And we had a great party last week after they won.
They're not your friends. They've already hurt me, and they will not hesitate to hurt either of you two as well if you're not careful.
Look, I've got a no disqualification match against Christian tonight. I'm sure Edge is going to be at ringside with him. Eugene, I need you to come down to the ring with me. If you don't, they'll gang up on me. Do you understand?
Good boy, Eugene. Now you two had better get ready. I'm going to speak with your Uncle Eric about arranging a tag title rematch at Survivor Series.
Boy, I tell you, JR, Eugene's about as dumb as a bag of hammers.
I feel terrible for that poor young man. I hope someone gets through to him somehow. Well, after another no-show, I don't think he's going to be giving Eugene the benefit of the doubt anytime soon.
Well, you know what they say, JR. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you can't get fooled again.
You did a great job again for me last week, Eugene. You made me very, very happy. Do you know what I do for men that make me happy?
Give them presents?
You could say that. And I've got a present you can unwrap later tonight if you'll do me a little favor.
It's not my birthday.
I know, silly, but it's gonna seem that way.
Will there be cake?
No, Eugene,
and ice cream and balloons?
No, that's
and
not.
Pony rides?
Eugene, listen, Eugene. If you do exactly what I tell you tonight, you're coming back to my hotel room after the show. Do you understand?
But I like my room. It's got all my action figures in it.
Eugene, listen. Edge has a match tonight against your former friend.
Where you at? Where you at?
Well, hello there, tough guy.
Eugene, listen to me. That trollop is not your friend. She's using you and turning you into a laughing stock.
Oh, William.
Stupid son of... Ah, kept...
Guys!
Dumb mother...
Hold up! Wait! We gotta talk about Survivor Series. You can't roll without me.
Looks like Edge and Trish weren't as excited about Plan C as Christian was.
I think Christian's troubles are only beginning. Look out, Christian!
Here's your winner, Kane! The following contest is a ladder match. And introducing the challengers. Weighing 326 pounds, Kane. And from Louisville, Kentucky, weighing 238 pounds, Eugene.
You think you know me?
And it is for the World Tag Team Championship. From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 241 pounds, Edge. And from Toronto, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, Christian.
Superstars are looking for an opening.
And there's not an ounce of quit in either superstar, but only one will remain on the ladder. This is a
fist fight 15 feet in the air. This isn't going to be pretty.
I'll tell you what, King, the WWE Superstars are about the greatest athletes you'll find in any sport, period.
What do you mean, just about, JR? Can you actually think of anywhere else that you can see athletes of this caliber?
I was just going for a little humility there, King. I'm not surprised it was lost on you.
They're really going after each other, JR. These superstars are...
Whoever wins this fight might just win the match.
I'm so happy that we have a superstar like Edge on the Raw roster. Someone who sets goals for himself and doesn't let anything stop him from reaching. These two are fighting for their lives on that ladder. I've been looking for... It's a long way down for whoever loses this fight, JR. That chair was never intended to be used like this.
This has turned into a real slobber knocker. 15 feet in the air. It doesn't appear that Edge is getting much love from this crowd tonight, and who can blame them? They're certainly not getting much from Edge. My God, look at the intensity of these superstars battling 15 feet above the ring.
I'll admit it.
Both superstars are beating the hell out of each other on that ladder.
It looks like they've...
What a battle! Neither superstar can afford to be knocked off the ladder.
I think I know who's going to win this match, but
Both superstars are fighting to stay on the ladder.
Man, is there... They know there's not enough room for both of them up there. CJR,
look at the intensity.
Yes, I see what you mean, Coach. I must admit his behavior has been a bit strange lately. Thank you for coming here tonight to bring that to my attention.
You wanted to see me, Vince?
Yes, thank you for coming to see me. I wanted to take this chance to compliment you on your hard work so far this year and let you know that it has not gone unnoticed. The matches you've competed in over the last few months have helped to determine your entry number into one of the greatest matches in sports entertainment, the Royal Rumble.
As you know, the Rumble takes place in 2 weeks. And tonight's match is your last chance to improve your entry number. And it must be your lucky day. Because Mr. McMahon, in his infinite wisdom, has come up with a typically brilliant plan to give you a choice of matches. You see, if you're fairly happy with your current number, you can compete in an Iron Man match tonight. When it's over, your opponent's number of pinfalls or submissions will be subtracted from yours. The resulting number will be added to your current entry number. So, if you score 3 points and your opponent scores 1, your entry number improves by 2. But if it's the other way around, your number falls by 2.
Or if you prefer to take a big risk for a big reward, you can compete tonight in a triple threat match against the number 1 and number 30 entrants. Win that match, and you'll get to enter the Royal Rumble last at number 30, which gives you a huge advantage. If you lose the triple threat, however, you'll enter at number 1 and have to face 29 other superstars in order to win.
I love it. That's sheer genius, Mr. McMahon.
Take it under advisement for a minute. Let me know which match you want to compete in tonight.
Here comes the man who's currently scheduled to enter the...
I wonder what he did to make Mr. McMahon angry enough to put him in a match like this. His number 30 entry spot is at stake.
I have no idea, King, but it wouldn't be the... He's a slippery devil. Look at Shawn Michaels. The future Hall of Famer has overcome so much adversity in his career. But the Heartbreak Kid's got more heart than anyone I've ever seen in this business.
You know, JR, HBK might be a living legend and all, but I wish he'd just keep his mouth shut and let his actions in the ring speak for him. He's never met a microphone he didn't like.
Michaels has impressed me more times than I can count, King. Even you have to admit that he's done a lot for this business.
Yeah, and the business has done a lot for him. Michaels tries to come off as a goody two-shoes, but when it comes right down to it, he's as much of an egotist as anyone else in the business. I'll admit it, it's a little scary to watch up close, but I love watching Kane go to work. He's practically unstoppable.
He's certainly not stopped by...
This is great, JR. He's really letting his opponent have it.
I guess he is, but I'd like to see a little less sizzle and a little more steak, personally.
I don't think there's going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done.
There may not be, King.
I don't care how tough you are, JR. No one can take this kind of pain for long.
You're absolutely right, King. It looks like he's fixing to end this one.
Oh, man. What a power bomb. That'll do it, JR.
Rope break.
I can't remember the last time I saw superstars this fired up. I don't think they've even considered the possibility that they might not win this thing.
There's an awful lot of pride on the line here, King. He's got his opponent locked in a submission hold.
We can see a tap out right here, JR.
I'm sure these competitors have studied each other very carefully.
This match would be over by now if they hadn't, JR. You never get into the ring without doing your homework.
That would be a recipe for disaster for sure, King. What a submission hold! Could this be a tap out?
It isn't. The hold can't be broken. You can't take this kind of pain for long.
I don't even know if you can use the word monster to describe Kane anymore. He's become so twisted and so evil that, oh my God, look at the damage that has been inflicted here.
I don't care who he thinks he is. He can't take much more of this.
The very sight. He went straight for the pin. No flies on him.
He can't keep letting his opponent work the same area of his body.
That's a recipe for disaster. The referee is down, and now there's no one to maintain order in this match.
Where do they find these referees, JR? They seem to be awfully fragile.
Oh boy, this is not going to be an easy hole to escape from.
It sure isn't, JR. I've been on the wrong end of that one many times. can't believe he countered that one.
Oh no! That last shot busted him open, and the blood is flowing freely.
This is great, JR. Where else besides the WWE can you see this kind of ruthless aggression?
I can't think of anywhere else, King, but I'm afraid I don't share your...
Uh-oh. I think we know where he's going with this, JR.
What a sick power bomb!
Rope break.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
The submission is locked in. This could be huge.
Oh my gosh, JR! You can't go long without tapping out to this. I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much, but I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, King. What a low-down, despicable move that was.
I don't think I've ever felt more anticipation during a match than I am right now, JR.
I know what you mean, King. It's hard to find... He may get the 3 count here.
He reversed it. I think
That's it! That's all, cheer.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, earlier tonight we witnessed a classic bout for the World Heavyweight title. So before we begin the Royal Rumble match, allow me to formally introduce you to your new World Heavyweight Champion. You see, despite Eric Bischoff's apparent desire to keep the World Heavyweight Championship vacant, Raw will indeed have a champion to represent the brand at WrestleMania. And speaking of Eric Bischoff, I plan on personally coming to Raw tomorrow to get an explanation from him as to why he's been vacating every title on the brand.
Mr. McMahon's coming to Raw tomorrow night. I'd hate to be in Eric Bischoff's shoes right about now.
Who wouldn't, generally speaking?
Now remember...
Introducing the individual Wrestle Drew number 2. From Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing 230 pounds, Rob Van Dam.
It. So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King.
All's fair in love and war, JR. And I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action.
I don't understand how these fans can boo Edge, JR. They've got no respect for everything he's done for them.
Oh, you're full of it, King. These fans don't give a damn about Edge because they know that Edge doesn't give a damn about them either.
How can you say that, JR? Edge is one of the most exciting and dynamic superstars on the Raw roster. And I hope you don't drive into... These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly. Oh boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something quick.
When you think about natural-born entertainers, the first superstar that comes to my mind, frankly, is Booker T.
Yeah, he's a real entertainer.
He's a slippery devil.
Oh, sure. Now the fans start to cheer for him. Now that he's in the driver's seat.
Come on, King. He's had the crowd behind him all match, and now it's paying off.
I've been looking forward to this match all night, JR. I can't believe it's finally underway.
This has been a hotly anticipated contest, and as far as I'm concerned, it's living up to the hype.
No question about that, JR. The fans certainly seem to be into it, that's for sure.
And when it comes down to it, that's all that matters.
JR's not going to be happy about this one, folks. I think one of his favorites is going to... Talk about adding insult to injury. Tossed out of the ring and the match. He's going up, JR. This could be big.
I'm sure these competitors have studied each other very carefully.
This match would be over by now if they hadn't, JR. You never get into the ring without doing your homework.
That would be a recipe for disaster for sure, King. He's taken every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, JR, he's a shoo-in for second place. What a counter!
matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting the chance to see it.
Yeah, and I'm happy that I'm getting this.
That's it. The match is over for that particular superstar.
Yes, that was an incredible move. What strategy?
Strategy my Oklahoma ass. That's cheating, plain and simple.
It looks like these superstars are looking for an opening.
And the first one to find one will take control of this match.
I can't believe he countered that one. Ric Flair's a 16-time world champion, JR. 16 times. There's not a WWE superstar in history who's done that.
Yeah, and a single one of those title reigns didn't start with the dirtiest player in the game.
His opponent telegraphed that one. Oh no, this is terrible. You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum.
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers. Up the turnbuckle he goes. I hope he knows what he's doing.
I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other are going to be solved with one match.
I hope not. I'd love to see them go at it again and again. I don't know where he thinks he's going. This could be a mistake. He took a ride over the top rope, down to the floor, and out of this match. How many times? I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much. But I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, King. What a low-down, despicable move that was.
Oh boy, you might want to close your eyes, JR. I think he's looking to end this match, JR.
He sure is, King. What a tremendous DDT that was.
Watch out! He reversed it!
Booker T is such a phenomenal athlete. And there's the elimination.
I'll admit it, it's a little scary to watch up close, but I love watching Kane go to work. He's practically unstoppable.
He's certainly not stopped by conscience, that's for sure. Kane will crush anyone and anything that stands between him and his objective.
You say that like it's a bad thing, JR.
A reversal. Can he capitalize on it?
Boy, it's obvious these superstars have done their homework on each other.
They sure have, and this is one hell of an exam.
Let's hope it's not their final exam, JR. I'd love to see them go at it again.
Well, if I think the fans have their way, you'll get your wish, King. And it's been reversed.
I just don't get to Jerry J. Wow, he wasn't too gentle about throwing him out. He countered that one perfectly. Doug Basham hasn't been with the WWE all that long, JR. He's going up, but what's he gonna do when he gets there?
He's not going to get caught with that one.
You gotta stop this guy before he really gets going.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. He's built up too much momentum to be stopped now.
We could see a finishing move right here. I think someone's going for a high-risk move, JR. These superstars are putting everything on the line here in this match.
They sure are, and they're doing it all for the WWE fans. Without them, there'd be no WWE.
Here he goes, up the turnbuckle. This could be really good or really bad.
There he goes. He's out of the match. He's done it. That's the match. A reversal. Can he capitalize on it?
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one superstar taken out of here on a stretcher. I don't even know if you can use the word monster to describe Kane anymore. He's become so twisted and so evil that it almost sounds like a comic. There he goes! He's out of the match!
The Undertaker's been in WWE for 13 years now, JR, and I think it's really starting to show here tonight.
I don't know what match you're watching, King, but the dead man looks as good tonight as when he first appeared in the WWE.
I'm not sure if it's your eyes or your brain that's shot, JR, but that's ridiculous. The Undertaker should quit now, while he can still retire with some dignity. Can you believe we're actually watching these superstars go at it, JR?
It's great to see, King. He's been removed from the ring and from contention in this match. The very sight of Kane makes my blood run cold. What an inhuman monster he is. That's one fewer superstar in this match. This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting the chance to see it.
Yeah, and I'm happy that I'm getting to see it too, JR. I just wish they'd pick...
This match has come to an abrupt end for that superstar.
I could watch these superstars go at it all night, JR.
So could I, King, but all good things must come to an end. Let's just hope it just doesn't end too soon.
They're taking it down a notch, JR. This could get interesting.
They're picking their spots, King. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
I talked to these superstars backstage before the match, and I don't think I've ever seen competitors so ready to get it on.
And that's coming through loud and clear here tonight in this match. They're not taking it easy on each other either.
It's been said a million times, but I'll say it again. This isn't ballet. Ruthless aggression is the name of the game. You know, JR, when I saw this match on paper, I wasn't too sure about it. But it's turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
I'm not at all surprised, King. I knew this was going to be a terrific matchup.
Oh, come on, JR. You're just talking through your hat. And speaking of hats, when are you going to get rid of that silly thing anyway?
Right about the time you stop wearing that crown, I'd say. Is there any superstar in WWE who can go toe-to-toe with that man, The Undertaker? I don't think there is.
Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? There's no way The Undertaker's gonna win this match. Just look at him.
Oh, I am, King. I'm looking at one of the most awesome forces I've ever seen in a WWE ring. And I think the dead man's going to remind everyone tonight why they call him the Phenom.
Oh, man, that doesn't look good.
Talk about targeting a body part and picking it apart.
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
If one of these superstars starts to... Oh my! Looks like someone's been busted wide open! This can't be good!
You're right. It's not good. It's great! They're not holding anything back!
We knew these...
Wow, what a match, JR!
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner of the 2006 Royal Rumble. He outlasted 29 other superstars to do it. And by God, he's going to get a title shot at WrestleMania 22. What a night for him.
What a...
Well, hello there, tough guy. Welcome to the squared circle. I take no mercy on newcomers. I just like you to know that. Hopefully you can handle yourself amongst the lions and wolves that dwell in these parts. You ready for a challenge? By the way, boy, what's your name?
Who am I?
There's no point in drawing us out any longer than necessary. For the past several months, I've heard nothing but complaints from the Raw superstars and fans about the way Eric Bischoff has vacated damn near every title on Raw. So Eric, I'm giving you a chance to come on out to this very ring right now and explain your actions. Well, Eric, I don't think I have to remind you that you stand on dangerous ground here tonight. So what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, Mr. McMahon, as everyone knows, I used to be in charge of WCW, the most dominant force in the sports entertainment industry. What was it? 88 weeks in a row that we beat this very show in the ratings? 88 straight weeks.
Yeah, and we all know how that turned out.
I used to be the undisputed king of sports entertainment.
I take exception to that.
And now look at me. I became nothing more than a lackey, under the thumb of WWE Board of Directors and the almighty Vince McMahon. Well, I'm sick of it. I've been sick of it for a long time. And about 6 months ago, I decided to do something about it. I was approached by someone who promised me enough financial backing to raise a new sports entertainment empire that would rival the mighty WWE. In exchange for his support, all I had to do was handicap Raw in any way I could, while at the same time lend my genius to this new venture of yours.
Genius?
So I stripped the Raw superstars of their titles and put them in the most grueling matches conceivable. And all the while, my partner was making deals and targeting the WWE for a hostile takeover. Now you're probably wondering why I've chosen to reveal this master plan tonight. Well, quite frankly, it's so close to fruition that not even the great Vince McMahon can stop us now. So it is my great pleasure to introduce you to my partner. He is a true titan of business and sports entertainment.
Save it! It's JBL, right?
What?
John Bradshaw Layfield, the WWE champion. That's your partner, am I right?
Mr. McMahon's one step ahead of Bishop.
You see, I've known about your pathetic little scheme for a month, Eric. Did you seriously think you could just start vacating Raw titles without me taking an interest in why you were doing it?
I think Mr. McMahon may be miles ahead of Bischoff.
I've already contacted SmackDown General Manager Theodore Long, and although JBL doesn't even know it yet, this titan of business and sports entertainment, as you call him, has been stripped of his WWE title and fired from SmackDown. I know JBL's on his way here, and I also knew you two had planned some dramatic unveiling for your so-called master plan. Well, JBL's going to get a bit more drama than he bargained for when he arrives here tonight. You see, I've got someone waiting for JBL in the parking lot. The man who won an opportunity to challenge Triple H for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania.
Raw's #1 contender is going to meet JBL in the parking lot? What does that mean, JR?
I don't think he's there to roll out the red carpet, King.
I thought it might be a good warm-up for Raw's title contender to take on a world champion before WrestleMania. So when JBL shows up here tonight, he's going to find himself in a parking lot brawl.
There's the Hurricane and his sidekick in the GM's office. But who's in the GM's chair, JR?
I have no idea, King. It's not Eric Bischoff. That's for damn sure.
Oh, no!
You've got to be kidding me.
Surprise! I bet you two didn't expect to see the coach in the general manager's chair.
You're the new general manager of Raw? What's up with that?
Well, Mr. McMahon likes to say that I'm the interim general manager and that he's still looking for a permanent replacement. But I think we all know that he's just saying that to smooth over some bruised egos. I mean, where's he gonna find a better GM than the coach?
All right, well, if you're done talking about yourself, let's talk about Triple H and what he did to me last week.
I was just getting to that. Don't rush the coach, or I'll strip you of your title shot. Ha! Just kidding. The coach is famous for his sense of humor. Now, I know you two gentlemen are skeptical, but let me make a couple of matches for you as a show of good faith. Now, I can't put you and Triple H against each other just yet, or it would spoil WrestleMania for the coach's fans. But I will give you a shot tonight against Triple H's right-hand man, Ric Flair, in a submission match. And as for you, Hurricane, I'm going to give you exactly what you were looking for last week.
Where you at? Where you at? The king of the smack. What up, where you at? What up, where you at?
The following contest is a submission match. On the way to the ring, from Charlotte, North Carolina, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Weighing 326 pounds, Kane!
Ric Flair's a 16-time world champion, JR. 16 times! There's not a WWE superstar in history who's done that.
Yeah, and if a single one of those title reigns didn't start with the dirtiest player in the game taking some liberties with the rules, I'll eat my damn hat.
Looks like someone's heading for the high rent district.
There's absolutely no question in my mind that Ric Flair is one of the true legends of this business. I just think it's a shame that many of his accomplishments are based on cheating, deception, and underhanded tactics.
Haven't you ever heard the expression, the ends justify the means, JR? Ric Flair's held a world championship more times than any other superstar ever. You're telling me that that's not worth a little dirty dealing?
It's more like a little dirty dealing, King. There's a reason Flair's... He's got that submission hold locked in.
He sure does, JR. He might make his opponent tap out right here.
This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the resiliency of these superstars, that's not going to be easy.
That's for sure. No one in this match is going down without a fight.
And I wouldn't expect any less from them, King. Like them or not, you've got to respect the tenacity of each and every WWE superstar.
I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports entertainment.
I know that, JR. I'm just saying that this has been a great match so far.
It has indeed, King, and I think it's only going to get better from here on out. I don't even know if you can use the word excellent counter. What ring presence? These superstars are in terrific shape, and that comes as no surprise whatsoever.
No kidding. If you don't have that conditioning, you're not going to last long in a match.
You sure aren't. And he's got some evil intentions here.
Oh, man. 10 feet in the air and all the way down again. All's fair in love and war, JR. And I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action.
I'll admit it, it's a little scary to watch up close, but I love watching Kane go to work. He's practically unstoppable.
He's certainly not stopped by conscience, that's for sure. Kane will crush anyone and any...
These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly. You're not going to get him with that one.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions.
Oh, great. There's the submission. There might not be any way out of it.
There better be, or we're going to see a tap out right here. I tell you, JR, this one has the potential to be a match of the year.
The submission has been expertly applied, and now it's just... And that's the match!
Triple H isn't very concerned about tonight's title defense, JR.
The odds may be stacked against the Hurricane, there's no doubt. But that young hero has all the heart in the world.
Stand back!
There's a hurricane coming through.
King, you know what they say. Anything can happen in the WWE.
There must have been some kryptonite in that sledgehammer. That's got to be the shortest title defense on record, JR.
It wasn't even a defense. The damn match didn't ever start. But I guarantee you one thing, Triple H isn't going to get off.
The time comes when we must stand and fight against the odds and the size of the opponent.
Surprised that Triple H and Flair couldn't keep their noses out of this. Of course, with noses like theirs, it's tough for them to keep them out of just about everything.
Come on, Jericho! Get in there!
Triple H! Nature Boy! Look out!
The deal was that I'd stay out of the way after the match. I didn't say that you two jackasses should throw me out of the damn ring.
Deal? What's Jericho talking about?
Oh, what's the matter, Jericho? Did you get hurt taking a little tumble out of the ring? Were we too rough for you? Well, let me tell you something. You're gonna get it a lot worse than that when I give you the first World Heavyweight title opportunity after WrestleMania. So let me ask you, was it worth a little beating? Or do you wanna head home and cry yourself to sleep?
Oh, it's absolutely worth it, Triple H. And don't misunderstand me. I can take whatever you dish out. But if you try and double-cross Y2J, you're never gonna make it to WrestleMania, Junior.
I can't believe that Chris Jericho would sell his soul to that devil, Triple H.
At least he got a good price for it, JR. As long as Triple H retains the title at WrestleMania, Jericho...
Well, hello there.